all of you are fine. In today's video, we will be discussing about the conversion of your finite automata into regular expression. So we will be applying the concept of Arden's theorem in this particular concept. How we are going to do it? The first important thing to understand in this particular part is we have to basically think about final state. So whatever is the final state, that will be our entire answer. So if our final state is dependent on certain answers, we will obviously calculate that answers accordingly. But the major important thing is your final state. Over here Q3 is your final state, that means that is your actual target. Now how we have to solve this particular question, we need to understand there are three tricks. First trick is that find incoming transitions toward states. This is my first three tricks are there. The first trick is find incoming transitions towards state. So whatever the incoming transition towards state is coming, you just have to calculate that. Second is that treat every state as a regular expression. So you have to basically treat states as, although states are not regular expressions, but you have to treat them like this. Then the conversion is more simpler. Then last not the least is target final state only. So it means if I have to target anything, I need to target only final state, because final state gives us the entire answer. So if we get the value of final state in regular expression, so that will be our entire answer, right? So we start this whole scenario as the tricks that I mentioned. Now first thing is that I have to treat states as regular expressions also, but the important point in this is we have to find the incoming transition towards state. So incoming transition towards states would be I have to there are three states, Q1, Q2 and Q3. This is our target because this is our final state, right? So how Q1 is reached means I have to find incoming transition towards Q1. Towards means towards Q1, how Q1 is getting reached. Guys, by default Q1 is reached, nothing is given to it, but it is getting reached. It means I will write null. Q1 is reached when Q1 is given A. I am writing Q1 is given A, right? Similarly Q1 is also getting reached when this Q2 is given B. So I am writing Q2 is given B. This is my very first, right? Second thing is how Q2 is getting reached. Q2 is getting reached when this Q1 is given A, it goes to Q2. Q2 is getting reached when Q2 is given B, it goes to itself. And similarly when this Q3 is given A, it reaches Q2. So this is my second particular equation. Then we have the third one how Q3 is getting reached, because that is our target actually. So from Q2 when it is given A, Q3 is getting reached. Guys, this is the most important one. Unfortunately this Q3 is dependent upon the value of Q2. The moment we get the value of Q2, we just need to concatenate with small a. By default our answer will come. But the important point in this is that Q3 is actually basically taken with Q2 when it is given with A. So how do we actually process the next particular parts? We need the concept of Arden's theorem, which is R is equal to Q plus RP and R value is actually equal to QP star. That is I have proven in my previous video. Now when Q2 is given A, when this Q2 is given A, now I have to relate such in such a way so that my Arden's theorem can be formed in the form of states. How it can be formed? Guys, just see. Q3 is given Q2A. If I just put Q3 value over here as Q2A, I can see the scope of Arden's theorem. How? If I write put 3 in 2, just see, I will get Q2 that will be giving me as Q1A, Q2B, and this Q3 value which is Q2A, I am putting it over here, Q2AA. Now guys, try to understand, although this we can term it as 4, but try to understand it is actually giving me Arden's theorem. How? I am writing Q1A, I am taking Q2 common, I am writing B plus AA, and I am writing Q2. Now if you can understand, this can serve as R, this entire can serve as Q, this can serve as R. Why? Because this Q2 and this Q2 are same, and this can be served as P. Sorry. So we got Q2 as Q1A P B plus AA whole star. So it can be taken as Q2 is equal to Q1A, this is Q, P star, what is P? B plus AA whole star. Just check, I just took Q2 common here and I got the concept of Arden's theorem. This is R, both are same. This is P, so R is equal to QP star. What is Q? Q is, we have already mentioned it as your Q1A, and this was your P, so it was QP star. So eventually we have got Q2 value. And guys, let me tell you one thing, your Q2 is taken as fifth one, and importantly we have actually noted one point, that if Q3 was dependent upon Q2, this Q2 is actually dependent upon Q1 value. The moment we have Q1 value with us, our question will be solved. Why? Because Q3 is dependent upon Q2, which is dependent upon Q1. So we will take this value, and I am removing these things, and we have got Q3 is Q2A. Guys, just check, this is our fifth, I have Q1, then we have null plus Q1A plus what is Q2. Now Q2 we have actually calculated, which is the value of Q1. So if we can take somewhere Q1 common, we can get the Arden's theorem there as well. So I am just put this 5 in 1. So I have got Q1 null plus Q1A plus Q2. So Q2 value is already calculated over here as Q1A B plus AA whole star. So I am putting this value in this value over here to get certain answers. We got Q1A B plus AA whole star B. Now try to understand, I can still get Arden's theorem. How? I just need that particular thing which is on left side, that can be taken as R, on the right side that can be taken as R. Many of the students make mistake by taking Q1A common. They take Q1A common and we get like this whole star B, and we have null, we have Q1. Guys, let me tell you that Q1 and Q1A are not same. So it means we have to take that part common which is there on left side as well as there on right side. We have got Q1 as null plus Q1 taken common, we will write A, B plus AA whole star B. Now over here Q1 is taken common, which can be taken as your Arden's theorem. This can be taken as R, this can be taken as Q, this can be taken as R, and this can be taken as P, eventually giving me QP star, which is your null A plus A B plus AA whole star B and whole star of this. So it means null concatenated with anything is anything. This is your Q1, right? This is your Q1. Q2 was Q1A B plus AA whole star. So I can easily take the value of this. If it can be sixth, I can put 6 in 5. Q2 was Q1A, so Q1 was this A plus A whole star B whole star, right? This is Q1A, B plus AA whole star. This is your Q2, and your Q3 is Q2A. So it means all values of this answer, which is A plus A, B plus AA whole star, B whole star, A, B plus AA whole star, and A. So this is your Q3, this is your final regular expression. Now in this particular question, the question was lengthy. Why? Because actually Q3 was dependent upon Q2, which was dependent upon Q1. But normally the questions are not like this. They can be solved within one step only, which is given to us. Now in this question, guys, again the target, the important thing is what you have to focus on. Focus on Q1 only. Why? Because Q1 is actually a final state here, right? So how this question can be solved? We will have Q1, right? We have Q2, Q4, Q3. How we are basically going to solve these kind of questions? We will have all states represented in the form of regular expression. Q1, how it is getting reached? It is getting reached when null is given to it. It is getting reached when Q2 is given B. It is getting reached when Q3 is given A. How Q2 is getting reached? Q2 is getting reached if Q1 is given A. How Q3 is getting reached? Q3 is getting reached when Q1 is given B, and Q4 is getting reached with Q2A. It is getting reached with Q4A as well as Q4B. These are 4 equations we have done. Now guys, again target Arden's theorem, and your target is your Q1. What if you can put the value of Q1A over here, right? What if you can put the Q1 value over here? We can easily get the concept of Arden's theorem here. So I am just putting, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. I am just put 3, 2 in 1. So I will get Q1 null. What is Q2B? Which is Q2 is Q1A B and Q1B A. This is what we have done. Q1A over here we got Q1AB. Q1B over here we got Q1BA. I am just taking Q1 common. We got AB plus BA, right? AB plus BA. Let me tell you, Arden's theorem has been formed. How? This is R, this is Q, this is R, this is P. I am not concerned with Q2, Q3 and Q4 because these are not final states. In my first question, Q3 was final state, which was dependent upon Q2 and Q1. Now clearly I will write null QP star, and we got AB plus BA whole star, and we got Q1. Now guys, let me tell you, null concatenated with anything is anything. So it means this is a regular expression of Q1. Hopefully this is clear. Hopefully the concept of regular expression conversion from finite automata to regular expression is clear. If you have any sort of doubts, you can always put in comment section.